Ah, yes, Pan Pacific Park is where I am at. Right here on 3rd. Well, there's two sides. There's the 3rd Street side, and then you have the Beverly Boulevard side. Then, of course, you have the Grove Drive, but that wasn't always the case. The Grove is right across. See the tower? You can see the tower right there, the Grove. Where I think, what was it? Was it Access Hollywood? Oh, God. You're welcome. I should get out the field, huh? We should. He's gonna be hitting home runs all day. Here, we'll go this way. Baseball is not one of my sports, but I can appreciate it. So yeah, I'm standing in the spot where I met probably one of the most successful, well-known, charismatic actors in the history of current cinema. And at the time, back in the early 90s, I used to hear stories about him coaching here, but I never believed it. So I was about maybe 14 or 15 when I used to hear these stories about him here. For whatever reason, I just didn't believe it. So one day, 2002, I was on my way to a workout because I called this park the outdoor gym because a lot of people come here to get their workout on, and it always keeps you motivated when you walk through Pan Pacific Park and see people doing drills and stuff. So I was on my way, me and my cousin Joe, and we were walking up the trail in preparation to do our thing, and then I hear this very distinctive voice. Now, of course, I know the man's voice, and I know what he usually wears in public, at least back then. I don't know what the case is today, but he always wears a baseball cap. And so I saw a 6'2", 6'3" dude, baseball cap, very distinctive voice, and I paused dead in my tracks, and I said to my cousin, "That's Denzel Washington." And he was like, "No, that's not him, that's not him." I was like, "Nah, that's Denzel Washington." So I came up onto the field, probably chilling right over there by those trees, and he was about right here coaching football, Pop Warner or something like that. And so I figured, okay, let me wait. You know, this is an actor I respect. So I was like, okay, this is my opportunity. So anyway, he told the kids to go get their stuff. I guess it was the end of practice. And so they went in that direction, and it was perfect timing because this literally took about maybe 10 minutes after realizing that it was him. And so my cousin and I started to walk up and approach slowly. He was standing here by himself waiting for the kids to get their things. And I went on ahead and I approached him right in this area right here. This is where we had the 45-second conversation. And I went up to him and I said, "Mr. Washington, my name is Armond. This is my cousin Joe. I respect your work and I hope to work with you someday." And he said, "God willing," because everybody knows he's a deeply rooted Christian, of course. And I said, "So you come to this park often?" He was like, "Yeah, you know, I coach this." He was talking, but I was kind of like lost in a trance, but I was still keeping my composure. And so I had him talk for about maybe 30 seconds, and then he said, "Well, it was good to see you." And I was like, "Good to see you too, sir." And then he walked off in that direction to join the other kids. So that's my Denzel story. But let's take a walk through the park here. So this field here that we're standing in was an extension because at the time, right about the time when the Grove was being built, they were expanding Pan Pacific Park. So everything in this section, with the exception of the gym over there, that building was there. It's been there since the 30s, I want to say. But yeah, this was kind of like just dirt pile at one point, at least during my childhood it was. And so now we have the basketball courts, been there for years. 2002 is pretty much when this was developed into what you see right now, 2002, with the basketball courts, because there was only one set of outdoor basketball courts, and those basketball courts were on the other side over there where the other baseball field is. So you had that baseball field there, and then you had a lower field over there, and actually we'll go this way. The outdoor gym, you know. Pan Pacific Park. They actually filmed reality shows here. I think T.O. filmed a part of his reality show here on those basketball courts. I saw JaVale McGee playing over there one time, back when he used to play with the Denver Nuggets. Let's see here. Go this way. So yeah, right in this section down here, you have a little mini amphitheater, sort of. But I remember when I was 15 years old, I used to play in this lower field. We used to play tag. Me, Anthony, and a whole bunch of other kids growing up in the area. And you can see, kind of looks like a combo of tombstones. It looks like tombstones right over here. So back in the early 90s, if you played in this area down here, you caught the whiff of something real strong. Sewage. Oh yeah, it was so strong I couldn't even handle it. I almost threw up playing with my friends down here in this area here, but they've cleaned it up a little bit so you don't have that distinctive smell anymore. But yeah, you got 3 fields. You have another baseball field, so 3 baseball fields, one way over there through the trees, then you have the upper deck one over there. You also have the parking lot, and the library is over there. For those of you that grew up in the area, you know the Fairfax Library is right there. But that's where the basketball courts used to be, the outdoor courts. And so when they expanded it in 2002, they put in the other basketball courts over there, and now we have the indoor courts too. So yeah, Pan Pacific Park expanded. The Grove Drive, you can see the street there. You can see cars driving down. The Grove Drive, that used to be a dirt parking lot for the park. So you actually had 2 parking lots. You had the one over by the library, and then you had the Grove Drive was a long lot. You know, you would park there and then come in the park on that side. But now it's the Grove Drive. So for those of you that go to the Grove and you come down the Grove Drive, that was the parking lot for the park at one point. Most people don't even know that there's a park across the street from the Grove. Every time I mention Pan Pacific Park, it's right across from the Grove. They're like, huh? What? There's a park over there? Yeah, there's a park. Look around, you'll see. But, and then every year they have the lighting of the Christmas tree, which is coming up this Sunday, the 18th, where they have a concert inside of the Grove, and then they'll light up the tree, and then they'll shoot the fireworks off from the park, actually. Yes, you can actually come to the park and see fireworks going off right above your head. It's actually cool every year. I do not know when, well, obviously that probably started after 2002 because that's when the Grove was built. But anyway, I remember those days.
Are these twins?
Oh yeah, he's getting his workout on. Anyway, this is where I grew up, folks. I need to get back to working out here again. That's what I need to do. Used to really get it in. But they have some pretty good hills. You can do some sprints up and down the hills here. And anyway, Pan Pacific Park. Add this to your list of recreation and working out.